everybody, and it is Gabby again. This time I'm actually not going to be doing anything with books. Well, I mean, it's slightly related to books, but I am actually going to be doing the BookTube Newbie Tag, since this is a new channel and I'm still like playing around with things, and I just feel like I'm like starting to actually venture into the creativity part of BookTube, and I'm totally loving it so far. But here we go. So first question is, why did you start this channel? So I have been wanting to start some type of YouTube channel for a while now, and I just didn't know what type of channel to do. Like, I love makeup, but I just feel like I wouldn't be able to talk for days about makeup. Like, I feel like I would talk about it in one video and then be like, okay, that's enough, bye. But I love to read. I've always loved to read since I was in elementary school, and I always get like really excited talking about it, and I never feel like I have anyone to actually talk about books with. Like, my best friend, she is now like she's like book obsessed now, and whenever she gets a new book, I'm like, ooh, what did you get? Tell me all about it. And so I just feel like the BookTube channel it's more of like a means of a way to communicate and talk about like books that I love, and then to find like other recommendations, because really that's how you learn about books, is through word of mouth, and you find it out through other people. And not even that, but like even like the comments that I've already received, and I feel like I'm already receiving like recommendations onto things that I like. It's not just, oh, you just might like this, don't know if you're in fantasy, but check it out. And so it's pretty cool. I already really like the experience so far. So question 2, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? So I feel like this is probably such a hard question, but at the same time I feel like we're all in the same boat. Like, we're all unique, we're all different, and I feel like as long as I just stay true to myself and I just bring different ideas to the table, then it'll be fun. And like, plus my book recommendations I feel like are different than what I usually see on BookTube. Like, I see a lot of YA recommendations, which I'll read YA, but I feel like I'm more drawn to like mysteries and thrillers and the supernatural type of books. So I feel like that's unique in a sense that I haven't really seen too many people doing that. However, if there are like a lot of them, I clearly just haven't like explored all of what BookTube has to offer. And then as far as unique and exciting and fun, I'm still toying with like editing and all that stuff, but like once I get more comfortable using BookTube, I feel like I can actually like start adding to it rather than like just sitting. I have like a bunch of ideas, but it's just a way of how I'm going to execute them. Alright, so question number 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I feel like I already answered that, but I'm mostly excited about sharing my thoughts on books and just sharing my joy for how I love to read, and like also just finding different people that like the same books. Because seriously, when you talk about a book with somebody who has no idea what you're talking about and they give you that blank stare like, okay, who cares? It's completely different than when you're talking to somebody who actually read the book and liked it, or even if they didn't like it, and then you can talk about why they didn't like it but why you loved it. And I just like think that BookTube and this whole like BookTube community, everybody's like so willing to talk to each other about what they've read and then to share ideas and everything. And I think that's just amazing. Alright, so question number 4. Why do you love reading? There's no actual reason why I love to read. I just do. I feel like when I was a kid, I just liked learning so much, and then as I grew like up, I realized that books are not just like for knowledge, but they help you escape from reality for a little bit. So for a short amount of time, like when my aunt was going through her treatments, I was very depressed and I felt like I couldn't escape it. So like anytime I picked up a book, that was like my one time where I could just forget about everything else going on. Now I just like, I mean, because now it's been like 3 years since she passed away, but like now I just feel like reading to me is just the escape from reality. It's when you want to step outside of what you've already been doing for so long, and then like you get to enter somebody else's world, and then plus like you actually get to see like your mind creating pictures, and in a way it makes you feel creative because especially if it's like a book to movie adaptation, and like you see what was created and what another person adapted from it, and you get to see like, oh wow, like I didn't even think of it that way. What book or series got you into reading? Honestly, I don't even remember. I think it was like books that I found at the dollar store, and it was, I want to say it was Eleanor Roosevelt was like the first book that I can truly remember liking. It was a history of her, but it was like for kids. And I just remember like going to the edge of my bed at night after bedtime and like reading by the nightlight, which was probably really bad for my eyes, but it was like the only time or the only thing that I wanted to do. Like I didn't care how late I was staying up, like I wanted to read that book and finish it. And then I just kept getting like different ones in the same series. I don't know what series it was called, but I just know it was like the history of, and it was just kind of like a background, and obviously it was kind of like a story, so I guess it was like a fictional, like historical fiction, I guess, but it was very very factual. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Because I haven't really watched a lot of booktubers, but I am starting to find that I like watching certain ones more. So I guess, and I don't even like have a specific person that I would ask a question, but I guess like, what do you do when you feel like really awkward in front of the camera, and then like what type of cameras do you use and programs? Like I know a lot of people use Final Cut Pro, but that's so expensive to me. So I feel like using iMovie right now is more cost effective for me. But like, did you start off with that or did you just move up to it? Next question, what challenges do you think starting a book channel will be the hardest to overcome? So I am a teacher, and right now it's been pretty easy getting my videos in because I've had all summer off. However, I feel like the biggest challenge is going to be actually like fitting in time to read, number one, and then fitting in like the making of videos, because I feel like by the time I get home, like I'm so exhausted. So I feel like that'll probably be the biggest challenge, but I'll work through it. Like I'll have the weekends, and then I'm sure I'll have it figured out, like how can I like time jump things. So like have this video set to post on Monday, and have this video set to post on Friday, or whatever my 2 days are going to be. Like hopefully by the school year I'll have like 2 designated days when I'm going to actually like set things to record. Number 8, when did you start reading? I've already discussed that, but it was in elementary school. My parents have always instilled it upon all of us to like really get into reading, and my mom used to take us to the library when we were kids, and we would just find a book, and we would spend pretty much half the morning or afternoon there, and we were allowed to bring home 2 books, and then we would go to like a bookstore, and we were allowed to pick 1 book like a month, and that was her way of like getting us to really increase our reading. Where do you read? I kind of read all over. There's no designated spot. Usually I read in my room because it's the most quiet place in my house right now. However, like when nobody's home, I will definitely go downstairs and read on the couch. When it's not too humid, I love to read outside on the back porch or the front porch. We do have like a little porch swing, and that's really nice to read in. Sometimes I'll read in my car, like if I'm waiting for somebody to come out and hang out, or I will sometimes even read in my classroom, like if I'm on lunch break or something and I'm reading a really good book, I'll read that too. Oh gosh. And then last question, what kind of books do you like to read? I like a lot of different books, but I think my big genre that I always am like totally drawn to are mysteries. And then I guess the second one down would probably be the supernatural romances, or things along the lines of like the Anita Blake series by Laurel K. Hamilton, and then the Black Dagger Brotherhood series by J.R. Ward. So probably, but like the majority of my books on my bookcase are mysteries, so probably those. So I'm like really excited that this channel is up and running. I am still like really working on figuring out how to do like a lot of editing so it's not just like bleh. Because I like look at everybody else's videos and it's all like beautiful and like just flawlessly smooth and they're like not rambling or anything. I just feel like I ramble a lot. So hopefully like over time it'll work out where I don't ramble, and then hopefully throughout time I'll get into my like little grooves. Ooh, excuse me. And then that's about it. So I'm really excited that I've started this channel. I've already like had a few conversations with people on it, and like everybody on BookTube, the BookTube community is just so friendly, and I'm already loving it. So thank you for having this BookTube channel, and I hope everybody looks forward to more videos. Thanks!